Oh, finally. Woohoo. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Oh man, these live things scare the crap out of me. But here I am. And that's what this morning's all about, and what my offering for the next 21 days is about. So today is kind of just a nice offering of yoga. Here in Alberta, it is like minus 30, which is ridiculous. So what else are you going to do but join a yoga class at home, since that's where we all are these days? And I've been pretty quiet on any platforms really lately, and just sitting with all the different emotions that come up, and all the different energies, and it's been interesting to say the least. And I've definitely been stuck in a lot of fear and a sensation of depression, and a bit of kind of paralysis to do anything, and that includes move my body. And so it's February, and this is my birthday month. It's at the end of the month. And so I wanted something to inspire me to get off the couch and move my body. And also, I don't even know how old I'm going to be. I think maybe 37. No, actually, it's already up there. But I want to feel good for my birthday. And usually I'm away in some tropical, warm, beautiful place around this time. This is my favorite time to kind of treat myself to a trip. And I can't this year. So my little adventure is going to just be some self-care. And I'm going to offer it to all of you. So starting Monday, we'll be doing kind of a 21 days of movement and meditation, two things that I know I need a lot more of, and perhaps you do as well. So I'm going to offer little short videos, really short, to go through all the different areas of the body, little things that you can do to improve the mobility, improve the strength, and then we're going to practice sitting meditation, and we'll work our way up to longer periods of time. So that's what I'll be starting Monday on all these different platforms. They won't be live; they'll just be offerings. And then every Sunday till the end of the month, I will be doing these yoga classes. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it live or a Zoom session. Nice thing about Zoom is we can see each other and feel a little bit more personal, which I really love. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide. But this is just day one. I'm here, and you are too. And so thank you so much for joining. And we're going to do a little bit of yoga, just get the body moving, flowing. I haven't turned on any music, so because I'm streaming on YouTube as well. I have no idea how YouTube works. Hi, YouTube world. But they've got rules about music, so I just felt I would just keep it out. So please feel free to put on your own favorite playlist. We'll flow for the next about 60 minutes. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So move on to your mat. If you want, maybe helpful to have blocks or a cushion. So I have my block cushion handy nearby if I need it. And we're going to start in a seat. Okay, so if you do have that cushion, you can prop it underneath the bum. And I always like to start just by tuning in, connecting to body, connecting to breath, moving the neck and head a little, and the shoulders. So we'll find that nice tall seat, ground the sit bones, sit tall through the spine, and let the hands just rest on your lap. Close the eyes. Just start to witness the breath. We observe the breath as it flows in and out through the nose. without needing to change anything, fix anything. Just being present with what is. As you settle in, invite the breath to deepen. As you breathe, feel the belly, breathe up through the lungs. And then we exhale, just let it go. Nice full belly breath up into the lungs. Then we exhale, let it go. Feel your whole body breathe in, take in air, expand. With that exhale, release, ground, anchor. Our yoga practice is an opportunity to show up, to be present with what is, to explore, to get creative and curious. So allow this practice to be your own. Listen to your own body, stay connected to your own breath, take modifications as you need. Most importantly, have fun and let it be a joyful experience for you and your body. And then take a cleansing breath. So big breath in through the nose, fill the body. And open the mouth. Let it go. One more big breath in. And we exhale, release. You can open the eyes to keep them closed if you wish. And start to bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And tuck the chin, circle over to the right. And then over to the left. Make these nice, gentle half circles. And steady breath as you do. And we'll pause with the right ear and the right shoulder. To deepen, you can always take the opposite hand to the ground or behind the back. You can even play with the angle of the chin, draw it down, draw it up, and just explore whatever angle feels best, gives you that extra stretch. And then breathe into that space. And release the hand, circle the head over to the left. And same thing, if you want to deepen, you can always take the opposite hand to the ground or behind the back. And you can play with the angle of the chin. Just explore. And release. Tuck the chin, drop the head down, stretch the back of the neck. Then actively draw the chin up towards the ceiling, so we're not just dumping the head back. Actively draw the chin up to feel a stretch through the front of the neck. And bring the head back to center. You can open the eyes if they're closed. Draw the shoulders back, up, forward, and around. And shoulder circles. And then reverse, up, back, down, and around. Let the shoulders rest. Feel the sit bones ground. Reach the arms out. Expand the fingers as you inhale. Reach the hands up. Look up. As you exhale, draw hands through heart center. So inhale, gather the energy. Bring it up. Exhale, anchor it through. Two more like that. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, anchor through. One more. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, anchor through. Okay, this time we're gonna reach the arms up. And as you exhale, open and twist to the left. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. And then inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, open and twist to the right. Again, lift and lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, if you have the space, twist a little deeper. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands on your lap. Hold the chest forward as you inhale, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. So seated cat-cow. As you inhale, pull the chest through. Exhale, round the back. Two more. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, pull through. Exhale, round. Come to sit tall. We'll go around the world, any direction. Start to make big circles. Keep the sit bones grounded. Bringing things out, moving the energy from the inside out. And then go the other way. Big circles. And then come back to center and just give yourself a good shake. Just shake it all up. Let it go. We'll come into tabletop position. Start to kick it up a little bit. So finding our tabletop, you're going to spread the fingers wide, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And if you have any wrist issues, the key is to make sure those fingers are active. So we really want to think about grounding the finger pads down and the knuckle mounds. So we're not, dropping into the wrist. We're not loose. The fingers are really active. That's going to start to strengthen the forearms and bring support to the wrists. Okay, so tabletop position, feeling grounded and anchored. Continuing with our cat-cow. So as you inhale, belly drops, heart and tailbone lift. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, belly drops, heart and tailbone lift. Exhale, round, tuck the chin. Flow with your own breath. And this is your practice, an opportunity to explore. Allow yourself to explore here. How does the spine feel without judgment or expectation? Just simply observing. Are there areas that feel a little sticky? If so, can you send a little extra breath to those areas as you move? A few more breaths here. If you like, you can get creative with it. So maybe wagging the tail, making circles. Just move your spine from this tabletop position. A few different ways. These last breaths. Okay. We'll come back to neutral. Little flow. So as you inhale, belly drops, heart and tailbone lift. As you exhale, round the spine, draw the sit bones to the heels. Hug the elbows towards each other, so engaging the arms, pull through, and then strengthen the arms as you push up. Cow pose. Exhale through cat pose as you draw the sit bones down. Inhale, pull through, push up. Exhale, round, drop it down. Two more. Inhale, pull through, push up. Exhale, round, drop it down. Last one. Inhale, pull through, push up. Exhale, round, drop it down. From here, we'll come back to that neutral tabletop and then walk our hands forward into a little puppy dog. So we've got the knees and hips are stacked. You're walking the hands forward and letting the chest melt. So it might come all the way down. It might not. If you need a little extra support, you have a cushion. You can always rest down onto that cushion. And you can bring your forehead or your chin to the mat. It's up to you. If you want to keep those hips high, then you're going to feel a nice opening, nice stretch through the shoulders, arms, along the side bodies. You can even give your thumb a little wiggle as you play with angles. And breathe here. Just gonna toss these sweater off. So a few more breaths. Last one. Keeping the left hand grounded, you're going to take the right arm and thread it underneath, allowing the right shoulder to come to the mat, right ear. Gentle twist. Don't let the hips follow. So the hips are going to stay stacked as we move into this twist. Nice little breaths here. Just going as far as comfortable for you. And the breath is the indicator of our practice. So if the breath becomes forced or unsteady, then that could mean that we've gone a little too far. Breath is the magic of the practice. It's not really about getting anywhere in particular in our poses. It's about breathing into those spaces. And your awareness and your breath to those spaces. And that's how they unlock. One more breath here. Grounding through that left hand, allowing yourself to come out of the twist and repeating the other side. So now right hand's going to stay grounded, left arm is going to thread underneath, left shoulder to the mat, left ear. And again, try not to let those hips follow as you keep the hips stacked and drawing back. Steady breath. Last two breaths. Grounding through the right hand, slowly unwind, coming back to that puppy dog. And then you can separate the knees wide, bring the big toes to touch, and slide on back to your child's pose. So same thing but different. Now the sit bones are grounding towards the heels. You can always have a cushion or bolster in between. And let the forehead rest. Get a little deeper. And slowly walk ourselves back up. Bring the knees together. Curl the toes under. One of my favorite things to sit on the heels. So make sure all toes are involved. And we've got the body as stacked over the heels as we can. If they're really tight and tender, just lean forward. It's all good. But if you can, getting that pressure so we get the stretch through the feet. Fascial system, everything's connected. And so giving some love to the feet is so important. While we're here, we can also play with the wrists. So another thing I love to do. So we're going to take the hands out front, and it's called flashlight. So you're just going to open and close the hands to the best of your ability. Open and close, open and close, open and close. And you're going to keep those arms straight. So that's also key. Don't bend the elbows. And then you're going to flash down. Active through the hands the whole time, opening, closing. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Okay, rotate the palms up. I have a cat. Beans. Our roommate. Hi, Bean. Keep flashing. Okay, and then flash it yourself. Keep those arms straight. This is usually where it starts to burn. You've got it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Okay, bring the hands together, interlace fingers, and draw figure 8s in the air. So you can make them really big, you can make them small. Just roll out those wrists, go in one direction, and then go the other way. Who else has animals at home that love to join you during your practice? Sometimes they do in a helpful way, sometimes not so helpful. Okay, give that a good shake out. Last thing, bring the fingertips towards the knees, palms down, and lean back. So you feel just a gentle stretch. We're not forcing anything here. Just creating that structure for expansion, and breathe into that space. And slowly release. Give that a shake. Hands on the ground. You can always tap the toes out, wiggle the toes, circles with the ankles. And we're ready to come into our first downward dog. So walk the hands forward slightly, really spread those fingers. So tabletop is a good way to kind of challenge and test the hands before we put more pressure in our downward dog. So really grounding down to the finger pads, knuckle mounds, taking the pressure off the wrist. And as we start to lift the hips up, you can walk it out. You feel like you're at a good distance apart. And I like to keep my knees bent because the key is we want to create a long spine first. So I'm pulling my chest back, up, and through. Yeah, so I'm not forward, which puts more pressure on the hands. Like somebody has your hips lifting all the way up and back. Getting this nice opening like your puppy dog through the shoulders. And then from there, we can pedal out the legs. So slowly straightening one leg and then the other. Gradually working into those calves and hamstrings. Getting a little more stretch into the feet. Again, grounding through finger pads and knuckle mounds the whole time. Strengthen those hands. And eventually, when that feels good, you start to straighten the legs. And now the knees can be bent still. The heels might not be anywhere near the mat. It doesn't matter. This is your practice. What matters is the sensations in your body. Does it feel expansive? Is there a level of joy here? You're doing something beneficial for your body, or is it just a whole lot of force and stress? And what can you do to bring a little bit more joy into this space? Taking one more breath here. Look to the hands. Make the tiniest of steps all the way to the top of the mat. Once you arrive, feet are about hip width apart. You place the hands on the shins. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. One more time like that, like a wave. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Bend the knees, exhale, fold. You can grab opposite elbows. Let yourself hang heavy, maybe sway. Feeling that nice traction through the spine. Give the head a little shake, yes and no. And release the arms. Shift the weight into the heels. You can use the hands walking up the legs. Make sure the core is engaged to support as you come all the way up. Once you're at the top, roll the shoulder blades. And finding our Tadasana. So we'll see how my posture is from all the sitting I've been doing here. So we want a nice plumb line, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, ear. So we can see if we're slumping forward or arching back. We want this nice length. And how we achieve that is belly in, tailbone down is one of the best ways. Often we're either dumping into our low back or we're super tucked. So we want to be in this neutral place in between anterior and posterior tilt. Belly in, tailbone down, and you'll feel this little lift sensation of the core of the pelvic floor. We've got the feet grounding down. Energy is continuing to rise up. From there, we just relax those shoulders. Chin tucks, and like a string attached to the top of the head, just going to lift and lengthen, finding that last little bit, and the hands can rest by your side. This is our Tadasana mountain pose, the key to all the other poses. From here, inhale, reach the arms up, look up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Soften those knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale through heart center. Now bend the knees a little deeper. Gather the energy. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale through heart center. Bend the knees, gather. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale through heart center one more time. Gather the energy. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, anchor it through heart center. Nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Soften those knees. Send the bum back. Hinge and fold. Hands on shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. In the flow. So plant the hands. Step one foot back and then the other. And drop the knees if you're newer to the practice especially. Or I always like to drop the knees anyway. Make sure my foundation's good. So same thing with our Tadasana. We don't want our bum in the air or our belly dropping. We want that neutral pelvis. So belly in, tailbone lengthen, core active. Strengthen the arms. You're going to take an inhale, shine the chest forward slightly. As you exhale, hug the elbows. Lower yourself all the way down with control. Once you arrive, untuck the toes, so ground the tops of the feet. Ground the pubic bone down. Lengthen forward as you inhale, lift that baby cobra. So in this one, we want to feel more back body strength. As you exhale, release. Again, ground down, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift that baby cobra. Very little pressure in the hand. Exhale, release. Last one, ground down, lengthen forward. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under. Knees can stay on the ground. Engage the core. Hug the elbows towards the body as you push up through your half plank. And then we can lift those hips up and back into our downward dog on the exhale. Take a few breaths. Pedal it out. I don't like to rush transitions. I like to give myself lots of time in between poses to really settle in and feel, where am I? What's my foundation? Is there anything that I'd like to shift? Maybe one more breath here. And look forward and again, you can step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. So we're creating that strength through the back body. Exhale, hinge and fold. And this time you can either curl up or stay with that long spine. Gather the energy, come all the way up. So strength through the core, back body. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into our chair. Inhale, reach the arms up. Draw the sit bones back. Exhale, chair Utkatasana. Hands can always be at heart center. Once again, we don't want to be overly arching the back. And we don't want to be tucked. We want belly in, tailbone lengthen, neutral, and lots of strength through those legs as we draw the sit bones back a little bit more. Hugging into midline, holding here for 3, 2, ground down. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, soften, hinge, and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands, step back. You choose to drop the knees again or stay full plank, up to you. Inhale, finally. Exhale, lower all the way down with control. A little higher, ground down, lengthen forward. A little more pressure in the hands as you inhale, lift, cobra. We still want this pulling forward sensation. Exhale, release. One more like that. Ground down, lengthen forward, drop the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, release. Curl the toes under. Push up through your plank with control. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. And we don't want to just get to these poses by accident. We want to be in full awareness as we flow. So we're consciously moving our bodies. Okay, left foot can step into midline. Right leg's gonna lift up and lengthen. Lift up your left heel. See if you can lift your right leg even higher. Really feel that length. And then slowly lower that left heel. Increase the stretch. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Lift up the left heel once again. Look forward. Help yourself draw that right foot forward. You can always pick it up and get it there. Either way, do your best. Line that front knee and ankle. Step the back foot in so you can ground the heel at about a 45 and lift the arms into warrior one. So this is a closed hip position. If we have robot arms, hips are facing forward, belly still drawing in, tailbone lengthened. We've got that Tadasana structure through the rest of the body. Back foot grounded, front foot aligned with the knee, arms are optional. Warrior one stance. Okay, from here, you're going to bend the elbows and take the hands behind knees, behind the back of the head. Okay, I want you to think about keeping the pelvis square to the front, and we're going to get a little more rotation through the upper body. This is where it tends to get really stiff, especially if you've been seated lots. You can take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, actively twist to the right. And as you twist, you're going to think about drawing the right hip forward, almost countering it slightly. Okay. Inhale, come back to center. And then still hips forward, exhale, twist to the left. So away from that bent knee. Inhale, center, one more time. Exhale, twist to the right. Feel it up to the upper body, out to the crown of the head. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Release the arms, give them a little shake. Legs are still working strong. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, plant the hands. Step back. Now maybe you choose to stay in a full plank, or you can always drop those knees. If you choose full plank, lengthen from the heels out through the crown of the head, core engaged, arms are strong, everything's active. If you'd like to go further, you're going to shift the weight forward, hug the elbows in, lower, hover, chaturanga, and then continue to pull through for upward dog. So we've got lots of space for the low back. Otherwise, you lower and take your cobra or baby cobra, modify. And then lift those hips up and back, curl the toes, and come back into your downward dog. 2 breaths here. Okay, your right foot's going to step into midline. Left leg's going to lift. You'll see where your length is. And then lift up that right heel. Lift up the left leg. Keep reaching as you slowly lower that right heel down. Feel that stretch. Stay strong through the arms. Good. Lift up that right heel. Look forward. Help that left foot step between the hands. Lining up front knee and ankle. Step that back foot in to meet the heel on the ground at about a 45 and rise up, root to rise. So we ground down, draw the energy, and stand tall. Again, belly draws in, tailbone lengthens, and you'll notice as you create that length through the pelvis, you'll get a deeper stretch into that right hip. Feel steady, strong here. We're going to be here for a little bit. And then you can add on the arms. Breathing. Keep those feet grounded. Bend the elbows. Take the hands behind the back of the head. Stay nice and long through the spine. We'll add on the twist. So again, the hips stay square. And then we twist up from that place and really getting into the upper body. You can take a nice breath in. As you exhale, twist to the left. Ooh, feeling a little stiff on this side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. So as I twist, I'm thinking of drawing this left hip forward still. Kind of opposing the twist. And then inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Release the arms, give them a little shake. And then inhale, reach them up. And exhale, plant the hands, step back. So your option of flow, you can drop the knees, flow through cobra, baby cobra, or shift the weight forward, hug the elbows in, lower hover, chaturanga, and then continue to pull through into your upward dog. Lots of space. We're pushing down, so shoulders are down, arms are strong. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Pull it out and breathe. forward, step or hop to the top. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once again, inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, sit into your chair. Hands can always be at heart center. Draw those sit bones back. Energize through the legs, hug into midline. Maybe sit a little deeper. I'm going to play with a bit of balance here. So you can stay in your chair as you are, or shift the weight forward. Lift the heels, hug in, hug in, hug in. So the ankles are neutral, everything's strong. Balance. You can find your drishti, non-movable point to focus on as you breathe here. Maybe sit a little deeper, holding for last 3, 2, and 1. Release the heels. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step it back, flow through at your pace, or you can always meet in downward dog. Exhale, in downward dog, and breathe. Maybe pedal it out. Okay. Left foot's gonna step into midline, right leg's gonna lift. This time bend the knees, stack the hips, open fire hydrant. So the hips start to stack, shoulders stay level. One more breath. Look forward, sweep that leg, step between the hands. This time keep the back heel lifted, root to rise, come on up. Okay, hips are square, core engaged, shoulders relaxed, energize the arms. And take an inhale, maybe look up at that back bend. As you exhale, sweep the hands back, hover forward. So we're energizing through that back heel, strengthening the ankle. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep it back. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep it back. From here, use that back foot to help propel the weight forward. Ground down into that front leg. Engage the core, strengthen as you lift that back leg. Moving towards a warrior 3. Try and keep the hips level. Energize that back leg, either pulling the toes towards you or pointing. Your choice. And then come on up, carry this leg. Maybe you take a little step down or knee comes all the way up. Reach the arms. Okay, stay with me. You're gonna take the right elbow across to that knee and then inhale back up. So exhale, cross, inhale back up, exhale, cross, inhale up, one more, exhale, cross, nice, inhale up, exhale, send it back, and drop those toes. Help yourself get there, we'll meet here. Nice, hands could be at heart center. And take an inhale, lift up that back leg, allow space to pivot moving into our warrior 2. So nice opportunity to check in. So now we have the hips facing the side of the mat. We want to ground down through the outside edge of the back foot. It'll be in line with the back of the mat. And then front toes still facing forward, angling that front knee between the first 2 toes. So this is a nice open hip position. So we are looking at opening those legs wide. Hips, shoulders stacked. And then we send the arms out, front and back. So you're gonna think about energy from the center, drawing out through the arms, extending through the fingertips. And you can look past those front fingertips. Warrior 2, pausing here. This is a nice long stance. Flip the front palm, inhale, reach it up and back. So back hand side on the leg or tuck into the front hip. Nice stretch for the side body. Inhale, come up. Plant the forearm on the thigh, left arm reaches up and over. So really feeling a nice line from back foot up through the fingertips. I really like this one. Think about rolling the bottom rib cage under and opening a little more towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Pivot toes towards the side of the mat. Draw heels in. Bend elbows and knees. Goddess. Now you might wiggle here. Get a little deeper into the hips. Okay. Inhale, straighten everything. Exhale, bend. Goddess. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Goddess. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, goddess. Okay. Play with lifting your left heel. Maybe a little pulse. Get a little deeper. And release. Lift your right heel. And pulse a little deeper. And release. Inhale, bring it up. Pivot right toes forward. Exhale, warrior two. Set it up. With the back heel, energize that leg, creating space for this hip. As we rotate forward, crescent lunge, and then exhale, plant the hand, flow through at your pace, meet in downward dog. It's a good time if you want child's pose, so big toes tuck, knees go wide, settle it back, and relax here. Nice full breaths. And then when you're ready, moving back into our downward dog. Right foot steps into midline, left leg's gonna lift. Once again, bend the knees, stack the hips, open, fire hydrant. So the shoulders stay level, hips open. Lift the right heel, and propel that left leg forward. Stack front knee and ankle, keep that back heel lifted, root to rise. Come on up into your crescent lunge. So still hips are square to the front of the mat. Finding your alignment, really energizing that back leg, lifting up that back heel, make any adjustments that you need. And take a nice inhale, you might lift up, open up, and as you exhale, sweep the hands back and hover. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sweep it back, hover. So the key is to ground down, hug into midline. Inhale, up. Exhale, hover, really strengthening the ankles. One more, inhale, up. Exhale, hover. So use that back foot to propel as you ground down into the front leg. Energize, hug into midline, send the energy out as you fly, warrior three. Hips are level. Point or flex the toe, up to you. One more breath. And we'll come all the way up. You can always pause at that halfway or draw them all the way up towards the chest. Inhale, reach the arms. They might just be playing with balance here. That's great. Find that drishti, non-movable point, focus. Otherwise, you can add on. So take a nice inhale. As you exhale, draw left elbow to the thigh. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to thigh. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Nice. Inhale, reach. Send the leg back. Drop the toes. Come on up. Into your crescent lunge. Okay, hands can always come to heart center. Keep that back heel lifted as you slowly pivot into that warrior two. So you can see a back view here. Working those legs wide. So it's kind of like in and open. I'll show you from this side. So really grounding down to outside edge of that back foot. Lining up front knee and ankle, making sure that knee is tracking in between the first two toes. We don't want that knee coming in. We want it open. Again, stack shoulders and hips. And then reach the arms out. And just past those front fingertips. Energizing the legs, keeping the core strong. And then flip the front palm, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Backhand side down the leg or tuck. Nice breath into that left side. Nice steady breath in and out through the nose. Inhale up, forearm on the thigh, right arm reaches up and over. And feeling that line of energy, rolling bottom ribs under, up, towards the ceiling. Inhale up, exhale, warrior two. Straighten that front leg, pivot toes forward, heels come in. Woo. Inhale, reach up, exhale, goddess. I have these so many cute little birdies fluttering around the tree outside the window, so it's catching my attention. Okay, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale up. Exhale, goddess. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, goddess. Hold here. This is great. If you want, lift both heels. Yeah. Challenge those feet. So it's all about the feet tomorrow for our first day of this 21 days of movement and meditation. One more breath here. Feel those legs shake. Nice. Release the heels. Inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, open into your warrior two once again. So left foot forward. Okay. Lift up the back heel. So we want to really energize that leg, creating space and strength as we pivot forward. So we don't want to transition with kind of a dumping sensation to the joints. We want to lift and lengthen, energize, and then move from that place. Planting the hands and flowing at your pace, meeting in downward dog. Pedal it out. Look forward, step or hop. Inhale to half lift, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once again, one more chair. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sit into that chair. Draw the sit bones back. Hands can always be at heart center. Find that alignment through the spine. Last time, if you want, lift the heels. So we're going to hug into midline. Maybe sit a little deeper. Arms can always stretch out in front. And then see if you can do a little pulse, pulse, pulse. And then lift the heels even higher. Last 3, 2, 1. Release, gather, inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, flow through. Meet in downward dog. Big toes touch, knees go wide, rest, child's pose. Nice, steady breaths. Beautiful time to recalibrate. And check how we're doing. Yeah, perfect. Ah. Okay, slowly come on up. Now, you can move into a pigeon pose just from a tabletop position by sliding the right knee forward, or you come into your downward dog. Send the right leg up into the air, and then sweep it forward, dropping the knee to the right wrist. From there, you can shimmy the front shin forward. We want that knee nice and wide, and then lengthen the back leg. So we want that back leg shooting straight out of the hip socket. All the knees, no pain or tension, maybe a little bit of a stretch in some areas, but the joints are happy here. You can always place a block or a bolster underneath that right bum cheek. And we want to create lots of length through the spine first, and then if you've got the space, you can walk it down. This is our pigeon pose. Now, if this isn't working for you, an alternative is just to drop to that right cheek and bend the back leg. I'll show you front view. So we're kind of in this like zigzag position. From there, you'll want to try and get that front shin parallel. And then to add on to the stretch, you can always lean forward. So that's just as good. You can also come to your back into a figure four if you know that one, or a seated version. It's all the same stuff. The extra advantage to this version is that we have that back leg lengthened. So if you need a little extra stretch in the hip flexors, then you might be feeling it even more so than getting any sensation into the glute piriformis area. So same but different. Just depends what your body needs today. Again, we're just exploring, observing, no judgment or expectations, and just allowing ourselves to play here. One pose is not better than the other, just different. The same with people. Nobody better than the other. We're all just different. We're unique. And the key is to learn to appreciate what makes us unique and appreciate what makes us the same. A few more breaths here. Okay. So from here, you're going to walk yourself up, come on to that right hip, and actually bend that back knee. So if you're already here, that's great. I'm going to show you front view. Okay, stay with me, do your best. If you can, without hands, what we're going to do, we're going to push into that front shin to sit up. You're going to feel a nice little opening, and then sit back down. Now, you could just play one side a few times, see if that feels okay. Then you can add on, and you're going to switch and sit up. We're just going to do that a couple times switching, or you can stay on that right leg the whole time. It's up to you. Nice. Last one, finishing on the right leg. Pause at the top and come on down. And then hands come in front. You can move into a tabletop position and a couple cat-cows here. When you're ready, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, move into your downward dog, or just simply draw that left knee forward into the other side. If you're in downward dog, left leg lifts, sweep it forward, left knee to left breast. And you can shimmy the front shin as far forward as you can, but there's no perfect place to land, just whatever feels best. Lengthen that back leg. You can always activate the toes to engage the muscles around the knee to keep the joints safe. But we do want to be in a place where we're not feeling anything major in the joints. So you can always prop up with a cushion or bolster, or come out of it and take a modification. Otherwise, as we create length through the spine, you can walk yourself down into that pigeon. And take any version that feels best for you. And sometimes one version works on one side, and then when you try it on the other side, it doesn't. So you have to take a different version. It's all good. Nice full breaths here. Settling a little deeper. And then we'll slowly bring it up. You can just drop to that left cheek and bend the back knee in slightly. Again, you can stay on one side, especially if you did on the first. Try with no hands, see how it goes. You're going to lift up, so you're pushing into that shin and lower back down. And you might just keep playing with that, lower back down, or you can switch. So you're staying on the sit bones, Lifting, drawing down. No hands if you can. Switch, lift, back down. One more time, this side. We'll finish on the left side. Lift, and lower down. Nice. From here, feet are going to come together. Nice butterfly. So you can always sit on a cushion to prop up. We just have the ankles lightly, and you can flutter your wings, your knees, and allow the legs to open a little deeper. Maybe the heels come a little closer or they stay further away, depending on your flexibility. We're going to sit tall, so drawing the chest forward, shoulders down. And close the eyes. Invite a few deep breaths to the inner thighs as they open up. And we're going to add some cat-cow. So as you exhale, you're going to round and rock back on the pelvis. And as you inhale, you're going to rock forward on the pelvis and pull the chest forward. So exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Just light pressure, the hands on the ankles. Moving with your breath. Last one. And let it go. Okay, you can send those legs out wide. Hands can come behind you. Scoot yourself forward. Give them a little wiggle. If you can sit tall, the pelvis rock forward slightly, then we can bring the hands in front. Okay, do a little bit more side stretch and twist. So you can always reach the arms up and then exhale, twist, or you can simply just walk the hands over to your left foot. Think about left hand reaching across. Inhale back up. And then exhale, walk it over to your right foot. And reach that arm across. Now, if you can't touch the foot, that's okay. We're just reaching. Keeping those sit bones grounded. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, walk it forward. And back to center. Okay, this time, just go easy with it. Left hand's going to ground down. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and exhale, side bend over to the left. Then sit bones ground. You can add that little rotation. You look up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, come up and windmill over to the right. And rotate the ribs up towards the ceiling. Inhale out. Exhale, release. Hands come behind you. Draw those legs together. Give them a little wiggle. Roll out the ankles. And we're ready to come onto our back. So if you want to be more active, release the hands and roll slowly one vertebrae at a time, or just come on down as you wish. Extend the legs, reach the arms. Invite a nice big breath into the body. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest, little squeeze. From here, grab hold of your left shin and extend the right leg long. You might hug the knee towards that left shoulder, get a little deeper. One more nice opening for the front. And then Right hand onto the shin, left arm opens wide, and draw that leg across the body now. If this is too intense of a twist, just bend the bottom knee as well. You can always slide a bolster or pillow in between the legs. And so the hips are stacked as we slowly from the waist up, twist open. You might even feel a nice stretch through the chest, the pecs. And slowly bring it back. And we're just going to switch sides. So left leg extends, right knee draws in, foot towards that right shoulder if you have the space. Everything else stays heavy and relaxed. Sense the left leg lengthen. And then left hand on the shin, right arm opens wide. And draw that leg across into your twist. Again, to make it a little bit more accessible, you can always bend both legs. Otherwise, keep that bottom knee long and gaze can look towards the right. So when we have that bottom leg long, we are allowing a little bit more potential stretch or twist into the low lumbar. You might even feel something with the sacrum if you've got anything going on there. But we're not looking to force anything. It's just the benefit. You can get a little deeper. You still want to be mindful, though, that a lot of the twist is coming through the upper back. So it's not all into that low section. And slowly bring it back to center. Walk both feet wide as the mat and just windshield wiper the leg side to side a few times. You can draw them in, let the knees go wide, take a little happy baby or modified. You want happy baby, grab the outside of the feet, draw them up. And of course, if your body's created any last movement, then please listen to your body, take that movement. And if you are ready, you're going to move into our final resting pose, Shavasana. You can always place a bolster under the knees so you can push out of the low back. Otherwise, let the legs lengthen, legs separate wide. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, open the arms wide. Give yourself a little wiggle as you settle in. From the feet, slowly working your way through the body. And sense each area relax and let go. Sense the weight of your body supported on the mat and the earth. And your permission to let go, to surrender. Sense the jaw relax, the eyes soften. If any last remaining tension or grip be released from the body. Finishing with stillness, this opportunity for integration, all of the work, all of the energy that we've cultivated, giving it space and time to integrate through, and to release anything that no longer serves you. Marinate in the stillness. About 10 breaths. Bring you back when it's time. You're more than welcome to stay and linger here a little longer. If you are ready to move, you can start to wiggle into your fingers, into your toes, roll up the wrists and the ankles. And stretch the arms long overhead. And when you're ready, rolling on to your right side at the pause. This place of rebirth. Waking up to this new day. Come all the way up. Find a nice seat. Finishing the way we began. Bring hands to heart center and bow the head. To finish with gratitude. Such a powerful, powerful thing. Taking a moment to appreciate, offer gratitude for this time in our life. This ability to move our body and to breathe. And also to stay connected in one way or another. Bring the thumbs to the third eye. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're feeling a little more warmed up. I know I am. The sun is shining, even though it's extremely cold outside. And thank you so much for joining this practice. So once again, starting tomorrow on all of these different platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, I will be offering 21 days of meditation and movement. So little videos that you can do just to move different areas in the body. And I invite you to join along. Thank you, Julie. I'm so happy. So thank you for joining along, and I didn't really introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, I'm Stacy Sinclair with Sacred Journeys Yoga. I've got a lot of things in the works for the future. Hopefully things open up so that we can make them possible, including more teacher trainings in Bali. And but this is where we start, just on our mats, showing up for ourselves and doing the work. So thank you so much. I hope you do feel more alive, rejuvenated, and empowered.